We're live.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Let it fill up. We ain't got nobody in here yet.
Like it. Precept. It's the book of Romans, chapter 10 and verse 1. Reads, brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved.
Hey, Darab. Hey, nobody's on right now, okay? We just got a few people right now, okay?
Shalom, Jamal.
Let's make sure we get on the, hold on for a second. Tell the brothers to make sure they share on their social media.
Shalom, Marva. Shaquat's mother. Welcome. Shalom, shalom.
My mom in the building.
Hey, she in there.
Shalom.
All praises.
Oh man.
Who is that?
Shalom, shalom.
My mom.
All praises to the Most High. Shalom, Mom. Hey, the alert just went out, okay? I'm literally looking at it. Like, the alert literally just went out to the people, okay? Hey, the water there, Gadai, Mashiach, Kwam Yasha Allah. All right, for your generous donation there, brother. You need to come over to Tabernacles with us, okay? And feast with us there, brother.
Come on.
See how I'm going to do this here.
The water for all the brothers and sisters who joined the room early. Give all of the rest of Israel some time to fill up the room before we get started.
It's some bad feedback.
It's an echo.
Yeah. Like it's feedback. It's like an echo and feedback at the same time.
Hey, I'm going to mute myself. Let's see if it's me.
Go ahead. Talk again. I don't want y'all done.
Shalom, shalom. It's good.
He got a reverb in his.
I hear it. I hear it even when I'm not. I hear it when I'm muted, man.
I think just the that he got a reverb, like the acoustics in where you're at.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Shalom, First Tribe Son. We appreciate your generous donation there, brother. Shalom, shalom. Hold on for a second, man. We need to get these soldiers in on this live. What's going on here?
Shalom, brother Jason, brother Boaz, sister Tamar, First Tribe Son, Dawada again, brother Sydney, shalom.
Shalom. How about you? How is Shabbat?
All right, Yardan, let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, Khan. So shalom, everybody who tuned in early. This is Truth Tuesday. I'm here with Adawan Mayakaya, Soldier Shaquat, and Soldier Darat. We have a Torah Time segment today for you about the year of Jubilee, and then Shaquat has a lesson for you about dealing with money. All right. So first and foremost, all praises to the Most High and His Son Yahushua. Also make sure that you're prepared for this lesson and for this this information and these precepts. So make sure you got your Bibles, make sure you got your pen and your notepad, and make sure that you're giving your attention. And that you take this thing seriously. Khan.
It's Shalakia, Captain Yardan. Hey, people, when you come into the room, make sure you hit the like button. Okay, and that's always anytime you enter into a social media platform, including Sons of Thunder, hit the like button. Okay, and also share the class on your social media platform so Israel may be edified. Hey, I'm yielding the floor out.
Khan, the water for that. All right, so without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started, Israel. All right, so let's get Leviticus 25. 25, and we'll start at verse 1.
This is Leviticus chapter 25 and verse 1.
So, last week we went over some agricultural laws. We kind of briefly go into that again today. The main thing that we'll be talking about is the year of Jubilee and when is that, what is that, and what happens in that time. So go ahead and bring that out.
This is the book of Leviticus chapter 25 verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses in Mount Sinai, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye come into the land which I give you, then shall the land keep Sabbath unto the Lord.
Con, read down to verse 4.
So verse 4. Okay, come. 6 years thou shalt sow thy field, in 6 years thou shalt prune thy vineyard, and gather in the fruit thereof. But in the 7th year shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the land, a Sabbath for the Lord. Thou shalt neither sow thy field nor prune thy vineyard.
Okay, Con. And let me get Deuteronomy 15 and 1. So we talked about this last week from the agricultural standpoint, but also this 7-year Sabbath is important for other reasons as well. It's pretty much a time of forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? A time of debt relief, right? So go ahead and read that, Shaquat.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse 1. At the end of every 7 years, thou shalt make a release. And this is the manner of the release. Every creditor that lendeth out unto his neighbor shall release it. He shall not exact it of his neighbor or of his brother, because it is called the Lord's release.
Con. So the 7th year Sabbath, is also called the Lord's release, right? And in that time, you release brothers of their debts, and of course there are some exceptions and whatnot. And pretty much you just give mercy unto your brother. You know what I mean? The year of Jubilee is very similar. We're going to talk about that in a second. But read verse 7 through 10.
Go on. This is Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse 7. If there be among you a poor man of one of thy brethren within any of thy gates in thy land, which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not harden thine heart, nor shut thine hand from thy poor brother, but thou shalt open thy hand wide unto him, and shalt surely lend him sufficient for his need, in that which he wanteth. Verse 9. Beware that there be not a thought in thy wicked heart, saying, the seventh year, the year of release is at hand, and thine eye be evil against thy poor brother, and thou givest him not. And he cry unto the Lord against thee, and it be sin unto thee.
Kind. So this is a time to be merciful. You know what I'm saying? And it says, don't have a wicked heart in this time. Now, when you release someone, you don't release them with nothing. Like you had a hired servant, a brother that's been working for you for years. He came upon some bad times. He was sold to you. Maybe he sold himself to you. You know what I'm saying? And the brother is putting in his sweat, blood, and tears for you. During the year of release, when you set him free and you nullify his debts, you're supposed to send him off with something. And you're supposed to do it with an open hand, and you're supposed to do it with an open heart as well. You can't man, I really don't want to give him nothing. You know what I mean? You can't come with that spirit. You got to come with the spirit like, hey, the Most High blessed me enough to be in the position to bless somebody else, right? That's the way you got to look at it. Go ahead,
I have a precept pertaining to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in the book of Genesis, when we're dealing with our forefather Jacob, we know he had 2 wives. He worked for a wife, thinking that he was going to get that wife, but he ended up having to do two 7-year captivities or servitudes for Laban for his 2 daughters, Rachel and Leah, right? And after he had his 7th year, Laban was trying to convince him to stay, and then our forefather Jacob said no. And then this is the book of Genesis, chapter 30 and verse 31. It says that he said, what shall I give thee? And Jacob said, thou shalt not give me anything. If thou wilt do this thing for me, I will again feed and keep thy flock. I will pass through all thy flock today, removing from thence all the speckled and spotted calves and all the brown cattle among the sheep, and the spotted and speckled among the goats, and of such shall be my hire. So that's what he's going to get after the end of his 14 years of servitude from Laban. He's getting what? The speckled sheep, the speckled goats, and the speckled cattle, right?
Yeah, and he left there rich. You know what I'm saying? He left there a rich man, but he worked for it. You know what I'm saying? And Laban did not want that man to leave. You know, because the Most High was blessing him through Jacob. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he was like, man, he's such a blessing. I can't let him go. You know what I'm saying? He was too profitable. You know, because the Most High was blessing everything he touched, right? But let's jump back to Leviticus 25, right? And we're talking about the 7th year Sabbath. That's what we were just speaking of, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Where we at? Yeah, verse 5.
Verse 5. Come on. This is Leviticus chapter 25, verse 5. That which is grows of its own accord of thy harvest thou shalt not reap, neither gather the grapes of thy vine undressed, for it is a year of rest unto the land.
Con. So of course, you know, we talked about this last week. You let the land rest in the 7th year, right? That means no reaping, no pruning, none of that.
Mm-hmm.
Can't work the land in the 7th year. Read.
And the Sabbath of the land shall be meat for you, for thee, and for thy servant, and for thy maid, and for thy hired servant, and for thy stranger that sojourners with you.
Con. So you can use it for food. You can use the land for food to quench your hunger, but it's not to be worked. Keep reading.
And for thy cattle, and and for the beasts that are in thy land shall all the increase thereof be meat.
Con, read.
And thou shalt number 7 Sabbaths of years unto thee, 7 times 7 years, and the place of the 7 Sabbath of years shall be unto thee 49 years.
Okay. So right here it says, and thou shalt number 7 Sabbaths of years. So we just read what the Sabbath of year is, right? Every seventh year is the Sabbath of year, right? And you number 7 of them, right? And when you number those together, it ends up being 49 years. Okay. So 49 years. Go ahead and read.
And ye shall hallow the 15th year, and proclaim,
Verse 9.
verse 9. Then shalt thou cause the trumpet of the Jubilee to sound on the 10th day of the 7th month. In the day of atonement shall you make the trumpet sound throughout all your land.
Okay, Khan. So on the day of the atonement, you know what I'm saying, you blow the trumpet of Jubilee, right? So and this is a very big deal, you know. And we're going to read more about this, but you know, a lot of business was conducted around the year of Jubilee, you know what I mean? And we're going to go into detail about that, but read verse 10 as well.
And you shall hallow the 15th year, and proclaim liberty.
Slaki, go ahead.
And proclaim,
50th.
Salakia. And ye shall hallow the 50th year, and proclaim liberty throughout all the land unto all the inhabitants thereof. It shall be a jubilee unto you, and ye shall return every man unto his possession, and ye shall return every man unto his family.
Khan. So we know the 49th year will be a Sabbath of the Sabbath of years, right? So on the 49th year, you wouldn't be able to work the land. What's different about the Jubilee, which would be the 50th year, you would also not be able to work the land. It's also a Sabbath. So it's like 2 years back to back that you're not supposed to work the field. And also in this time, debts are forgiven. You know what I mean? People are returned to their family. You know, property is returned back to them. You know what I mean? And you pretty much is just you forgiving your brother, and you letting his debts, you letting the stress that's accumulated over the years, you pretty much letting that all slide, right? Keep reading.
Verse 11. A jubilee shall that 50th year be unto you, and ye shall not sow, neither reap that which groweth of itself in it, nor gather the grapes in it of thy vine undressed.
Con. So it's the same thing as the Sabbath of rest, what I was just going into. Keep reading.
For it is the Jubilee, it shall be holy unto you. Ye shall eat the increase thereof out of the field.
Con, same scenario with the Sabbath of rest, the 7-year Sabbath. You know what I mean? You can eat of the field, you know what I'm saying, but you cannot work the fields. But like I said, this is 2 years now, because the 49th year is the 7th-year Sabbath, and then following that is the year of Jubilee. And jump to verse 21.
21.
Start at 17. Start at 17.
Con. This is Leviticus chapter 25, verse 17. Ye shall not therefore oppress one another, but thou shalt fear thy God, for I am the Lord your God.
Con. So you're not supposed to oppress one another, you know, in this time. You know what I mean? And what that's really saying is, like, you're not supposed to take advantage of each other. We should have read 15. Go ahead and read 15 and 16 real quick.
God. According to the number of years after the Jubilee, thou shalt buy thy neighbor, and according unto the number of years of the fruits, he shall sell unto thee.
So, like I said, business is conducted around the year of Jubilee, right? So let's say, Shaquat owned all this land, right? He got a big field. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing too well. I'm like, hey, let me come work for you. You know what I'm saying? Well, the year of Jubilee is going to be, let's say the year of Jubilee is coming in like 1 year, 2 years, right? So my servitude will be based upon that time frame, right? So if it's a short, if it's we'll go ahead and read it. Keep going.
According to the multitude of years, thou shalt increase price thereof, and according to the fewness of years, thou shalt diminish the price of it. For according to the number of the years of the fruits doth he sell unto thee.
Fine. So there's more time, bigger price. Less time is going to be a smaller price, and because the way it's being looked at is a number of harvests. You know what I mean? You can only have so many harvests out of a year, so somebody can only work for you so much. You know what I'm saying? So if you hire somebody and they're gonna work for you for 5 harvests, 6 harvests, 7 harvests. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to pay more because he's gonna be working more. You know what I'm saying? But if he's not gonna be working for you long, maybe a year or two, you know what I'm saying, you would pay him less. And it's all based around the Jubilee because the time of the Jubilee, he goes free. You know what I'm saying? And this is talking about somebody who's indebted to you. So this isn't like, hey, let me just get a job. I just want to work for you. This is more like, I'm in a bad place. I need a loan to help out my family, or what I'm saying, a father is in bad predicament. You know what I'm saying? So he sells his son over to the men. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're gonna be working for him for a few years. You know what I mean? So that's the scenario that's kind of going on right here, right? So keep reading.
Fine. Verse 17. Ye shall not therefore oppress one another, but thou shalt fear the Lord, Shalakia, but thou shalt fear thy God, for I am the Lord your God.
Kind. So you're not supposed to oppress one another. You're not supposed to take advantage of one another. You know what I mean? And we talked about that a couple of weeks ago, taking advantage of a brother's unfortunate situation. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is looking at that. You know what I mean? So go ahead and read verse 21.
Verse 21. Then I will command my blessings upon you in the 6th year, and it shall bring forth fruit for 3 years.
So it's a long time. It's a long time to not work the field for a year. Of course, it's a long time to not work the field for 2 years. You know what I mean? Because the 49th and 50th year will be a double Sabbath, a Sabbath back to back, Sabbath of years back to back. But the Most High provides. And you have to believe that, because if you're doing extra and you're not obeying what the Most High says to do, He's not going to bless you. But if you believe that He's going to bless you and you listening to His word, which is what this truth is all about, then He's going to reward you, right? All right, so let's jump to verse 24.
This is verse 24. And in all the land of your possession, ye shall grant a redemption for the land.
Read.
If thy brother be waxen poor and has sold away some of his possession, and if any of his kin come to redeem it, then shall he redeem that which his brother sold.
So you sell some land. You know what I mean, and you don't have the money to redeem it. Then somebody that's close to kin to you, like your brother, your father, can come redeem the land from you, redeem the land for you, right? Keep reading.
Verse 27. 27. Then let him count the years of the scale thereof, and restore the overplus unto the man to whom he sold it, that he may return unto his possession.
So let's say you contracted to work for the man for 7 years, right? But let's say one of your uncles came into a good sum of money, and he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna help you out of this situation." So what he can do is he can buy the time that you would have spent. You know what I mean? So you had 7 year contract. You worked for those 5 years, and your uncle can buy those last 2 years off of your contract, right? You
It's
know, uh,
it's like being traded in the NBA.
yeah, kind, yeah, same concept. You know.
Oh man.
Okay. So go ahead and read verse 28.
28. But if he be not able to restore it to him, then that which is sold shall remain in the hand of him that hath bought it until the year of Jubilee. And in the Jubilee, and in the Jubilee it shall go out, and he shall return unto his possession.
So let's say, hey, the man is not able to buy himself, or no one's able to buy, what I'm saying, the next the kin out of this contract. So what happened is when the year of Jubilee comes, what I'm saying, that will be forgiven. You know what I mean? And the land that he's given away, or the time that he spent, will be over with, right? Where we at? 28.
29.
29. Okay, go ahead and read that.
And if a man sell a dwelling house in a walled city, then he may redeem it within a whole year after it is sold. Within a full year may he redeem it.
So let's say, all right, within a walled city. So that's like the urban area, right? So people lived inside the walls and outside the walls in this time. Inside the walls was a lot different than being outside the wall, and I'm about to explain that a little bit. But read verse 30 first.
Verse 30. And if it be not redeemed within the space of a full year, then the house that is in the walled city shall be established forever to him that bought it throughout his generations. It shall not go out in the Jubilee.
So if you have a home within the walls and you sell that, or you sell it like kind of like for a loan, you know what I mean? You have a year to redeem it, right? And if you do not redeem it within that year, it stays to the person that you sold it to, But this is just for cities, for houses within the wall. Go ahead, Ad.
So I was gonna say, man, it sounds like they're like a real estate, like banks and real estate in a sense. Like if you don't pay your mortgage, the bank come and grab it within a year or something.
Kind. So
Right.
that's exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? And hey, the year Jubilee come, you don't get that back. You know what I'm saying? It's just gone. So keep reading.
Verse 31. But the houses of the villages which have no wall around about them shall be counted as the fields of the country. They may be redeemed, and they shall go out in the Jubilee.
So the houses outside of the wall for the year of Jubilee, you receive those back. And the big difference between the two is more than likely if you have a place inside the city, it's just for luxury. You know what I'm saying? It's just for convenience, or for whatever you have. But having a home outside of the city, it's probably going to be more for your livelihood. You're going to have a field, you're going to have farms, you're going to have cattle and things. These are the things that sustain you throughout the year. So the reason why you receive that back is because you need that to survive. You know what I mean? You need that to prosper and to grow your wealth. Inside the wall is probably not that situation. It's more of a real estate type deal. You know what I mean? So outside the village, you can get it back. You can get your property back at the year of Jubilee. inside the city, hey, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? You got to count it as a loss. Unless you redeem it within a year. You got a year to make that money. All right?
That sounds like the suburbs or something.
Right. Well, the suburbs will be more of the villages, kind of.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So keep reading.
Verse 31. But the houses of the villages, which I just read that. So verse 32. Notwithstanding the cities of the Levites and the houses of the cities of the possession, may the Levites redeem at any time.
So the Levites are different. You know what I'm saying? The Levites can redeem their stuff whenever they got the money. You know what I mean? At any time, because the Levites didn't have land like everybody else. The Levites had small Levitical cities. You know what I mean? But they didn't have great areas like the rest of Israel. You know what I mean? Because their main job was serving the Most High. You know, getting our feast days good to go, making prayers, making sacrifices, and things of that nature. So that was their portion, right? Keep going.
Verse 33. And if a man purchase of the Levites, then the house that was sold and the city of the possession shall go out in the year of Jubilee. For the houses of the cities of the Levites are their possession among the children of Israel.
So hey, you know what I mean? They get their stuff back. The Levites get their when the Jubilee come, if they haven't paid, they have something within the walls of their city, they get it back, right? Read verse 34.
34. But the field of the suburbs of their cities may not be sold, for it is their perpetual possession.
And so the Levites' land, and it's not supposed to be sold. It's supposed to be for them and for them only, right? So there's a little differentiation there. You know what I mean? Between villages and cities, and between the Levites and the rest of Israel, because the Levites have a specific purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's jump to verse 39.
Verse 39. So Leviticus chapter 25, verse 39. And if thy brother that dwelleth by thee be waxen poor, and be sold into thee, thou shalt not compel him to serve as a bondservant.
Okay, Khan. So if a brother is in need and he's sold to you, that man is not a bondservant. That man is not a slave, right? Hey, I don't want to. Getting a little feedback. Okay. So if that man sold to you, that Israelite brother is sold to you, he's not a slave, even though he was sold to you that way. And read verse 40.
Verse 40. But as an hired servant and as a sojourner, he shall be with thee, and shall serve thee until the year of Jubilee.
Khan. So a sojourner means like a temporary, someone that's staying for a temporary time. You know what I mean? That's how you're supposed to be treated, and as a hired servant. You know what I'm saying? You don't treat a hired servant any type of way, because they could go work for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, they can't go work for somebody else because they're under your servitude. But you still have to treat them like you would for any of your other workers. Right? Keep reading.
Verse 41. And then shall he depart from thee, both he and his children with him, and shall return into his family, and into the possession of his fathers shall he return.
Khan. So the year of Jubilee come, you know what I'm saying? He gets to return to his family. Read verse 43.
Verse 43. Thou shalt not rule over him with rigor, but shall fear thy God.
You're not supposed to rule over him with rigor. You know what I'm saying? The Edomites, Slakia, the Edomites ruled over us with rigor. You know what I'm saying? They were very cruel. They were very passionate about their cruelty. You know what I'm saying? Like it was their goal to break us. You know, the Most High is watching. The Most High is watching a brother if they're trying to do something like this, right? Again, he has to be treated like a hired servant with respect. You know what I mean? With mercy, right? A brother. All right. Read verse 44.
Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you. Of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids.
But the heathen, you know what I'm saying? The heathen is a different story, right? The heathen are bondmen and bondwomen. Okay. So hey, it's different rules for them. Keep reading.
Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you, which they begat in your hand, and they shall be your possession.
Con. So in this case, they're not hired servants; they're possessions. You know what I'm saying? And not only them, but the kids that they have on my land. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's my property. You had that kid, that's mine. You know what I'm saying? He about to be steering my cattle. You know what I mean? So keep reading. Read verse 46.
And ye shall take them as inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them for a possession. They shall be your bondmen forever. But over your brethren, the children of Israel, ye shall not rule one over another with rigor.
Con. So for your brother, you know what I'm saying, the year of Jubilee come, you know what I'm saying, you'd be like, okay, you can go out, here's some cattle, you know what I mean? I wish you the best. I hope everything works out for you. Like, that's the way you're supposed to do it. But with the heathen, you'd be like, hey, it's another year, you know what I'm saying? Get back to the field, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't going nowhere, you know? And the generations that come up after him as well, right? So jump to verse 50.
Verse 50. And he shall reckon with him that bought him from the year that he was sold into. He was sold to him unto the year of Jubilee. And the price of his sale shall be according to the numbers of years. According to the time of an servant shall it be with him.
And we just went over that. You know, according to the year of Jubilee, is what you set the price as. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be working for you for a long time, a higher price; a short time, a lower price. Read.
If there be
read verse. Keep going. Read down. You can read down to verse 53.
God. This is Leviticus chapter 25, verse 51. If there be yet many years behind according unto them, he shall give again the price of his redemption out of the money that he was out of the money that he was brought for. Verse 52. And if there remain but a few years unto the year of Jubilee, then he shall count with him, and according unto his years shall he give him again the price of his redemption. And as a yearly hired servant shall he be with him, and the other shall not rule with rigor over him with thy sight.
Okay, Con, go ahead and mute that. But yeah, you know, we went over this. You know, the year of Jubilee determines the price. The heathens, they don't get set free. The Israelites, they do get set free in the year of Jubilee, and they're not supposed to be ruled over with rigor. They're supposed to be treated as hired servants, right? You can go ahead and finish it out.
Con. Verse 54. And if he be not redeemed in these years, then he shall go out in the year of Jubilee, both he and his children with him. For unto me the children of Israel are servants. They are my servants, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God.
Con. So, hey, we're the Most High servants. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we're not supposed to rule over each other with rigor. Like he's a sojourner. He's there for a temporary time. We really don't belong to the Most High. The land really belongs to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We're just temp hires. You know what I mean? And the Most High wants His servants to be treated correctly. Khan?
Gone.
All right, so that's the year of Jubilee. Remember, it's in the 50th year. You know what I'm saying? It's a Sabbath for the land. It's a day of debt relief, and it's also called the Lord's release, right? Con. So that's the end. That's the end of the Torah of our Torah time segment, and now we have Brother Shaquat. He's gonna bring you a lesson about dealing with money.
Con, man, it's been a while since I've been on here with the brothers, man. So today, man, we're gonna talk about, like Adawan said, dealing with money, and most of this stuff is dealing with stuff I was going through, and I figured if I was going through it, I'm pretty sure somebody else was going through it. So we're gonna start with Mark 8:36.
It's the book of Mark, chapter 8 and verse 36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
So, with me, like the brothers will tell you, I work a lot, man. I work like 6 days a week. I get 1 day off, and on that day off, I don't want to do nothing, but with me working so much, I want to buy another house. I want to, buy a car. I want to do all this stuff. But if I'm doing all this work and I'm not giving the Most High His time, my soul can be taken away because I'm not giving him what he deserves. You know what I'm saying? So it says, for what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the world, but lose his soul? I don't want to lose my soul. So like I said, this lesson is going to be brought out on my perspective of how my life is going, and if I'm pretty sure somebody's going through the same predicament as me. So go ahead and get Sirach 31. We're gonna go 1 through 7.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 31, and we're starting at the top. Watching for riches consumeth the flesh, and the care thereof driveth away sleep.
So us as Jake, we out here trying to get this money and consume all this riches, all this money to try to go buy a Gucci belt or go buy this and go buy that, but it's really putting us to sleep. We ain't studying, we ain't doing what the Most High want us to do. It's knocking us off a little bit. We're going to the left instead of going right. Go ahead.
Verse 2. Watching care will not will not let a man slumber, as a sore disease breaketh sleep.
Go ahead.
The rich man have great labor in gathering riches together, and he resteth. He is filled with his delicates. The poor laboreth in his poor estate, and when he leaveth off, he is still needy.
When I was younger, my uncle, he told me one thing, right? He say, how the rich stay rich? And I'm like, nah, how? He go, because they do things that rich people do. I said, okay. He goes, how the poor stay poor? I said, nah. He said, because they do things that poor people do. And as I got older, it made so much sense because, I used to try to be in the shoe game, right? I used to try to buy all the Jordans, every single one of them, and it would just cost so much money. I didn't have it, but as long as people thought I had money, it was cool. I was broke. I didn't have no money. I didn't have a pot to piss in, but I was trying to look good and look fly, Go ahead, keep reading.
Verse 5. He that loveth gold shall not be justified, and he that followeth corruption shall have enough thereof. Gold, kind. Salakia, did I cut out?
Go ahead, keep going.
Gold have been the ruin of many, and their destruction was present.
Mm-hmm.
It is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice unto it, and every fool shall be taken therewith.
With the society we live in, right? It's all about having gold chains, you know, having a Gucci belt, having all this stuff, you know, girls on TikTok twerking and doing whatever it is, right? This is all the stumbling block for us. You know, all this stuff is keeping us away from doing what the Most High wants us to do. You know, it keeps us away from worshiping the Most High. You know, it's just a huge stumbling block for us. You know, we look at these videos with all the girls in it. You know, you got people renting cars saying it's theirs. I seen a video the other day. This brother had a Maybach, right? But he was living in his car. A Maybach is like $300,000. You can go buy a Maybach, but you can't buy a place to live. You know what I'm saying? That just don't make sense. And this is what's happening to us. Our music is preaching, you know, this glamorous lifestyle, but half the people that's rapping is broke. You know what I mean? Go to Proverbs. If you want to jump in, you know, please. It's good. Go to Proverbs 13 and 7.
And Salakia, this is all in this is the book of Sirach, chapter 31 and verse 5. It says, "He that loveth gold shall not be justified." Right? That's going into what Yahweh Shai was saying in Mark, man. You profiting the whole world, you're getting gold, you're getting riches, and the glory that comes with it. But what are you losing? Your own soul.
Right.
Like the brother was bringing out in the beginning. You putting in work, you grinding, and brothers always say they get into the bag, right? But where is that? Where is that with the Most High? You don't thank the Most High. You don't put in time with the Most High. You
don't do nothing,
right? You don't put time in with the Most High. You don't pray. You don't fast. You don't be in the scriptures. But after you have success in wicked things, then you want to thank the Most High God. No.
Mm-hmm. Come on. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Proverbs 13 and 7.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13 and verse 7. It says, There is that maketh himself rich, yet hath nothing. There is that maketh himself poor, yet have great riches.
Read that again.
Salakia. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 13 and verse 7. There is that maketh himself rich, yet hath nothing.
You know, Biggie said it probably the best. I always bring this out, right? He said, more money, more problems, right? The more money you have, the more problems you're gonna have. And just think about this. Think about this. And I told some brothers this the other day. If I got all this money, right, and all these people is hanging around me, it's gonna feel good that I got people hanging around me. But in the back of my mind, I'm gonna be thinking like, do these people really, like me for me, or want to hang out for me, or do they want to hang out because I got money? You know what I mean? Even if I'm dating somebody or I got a wife, and is she with me because I own Microsoft, or is she with me because she really loved me? You know what I'm saying? So even though I got all this money, I still don't have nothing because I'm thinking about this all the time. If you look at the autobiography of like Michael Jackson, right? Michael Jackson was a paranoid dude. Every time somebody new came around, that's all he was thinking. Like, are they with me because I'm Michael Jackson, or they with me because they trying to get to know me? They with me because I got money, or what? You know what I'm saying? He was always paranoid. But go read that second half.
Con. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, and verse 7. It says, "There is that maketh himself rich, yet hath nothing. There is that maketh himself poor, yet hath great riches."
Right. So I know how to live broke, right? And you know it's funny? I can hear Ron right now. You rich, brother, you rich. You know, Ron, we got this joke inside the camp. They say I'm the richest Israelite in the camp, right? But I'm broke, man. I know how to live broke. I've been broke all my life. And that's one thing I don't have to worry about, worrying if somebody's hanging out with me because they think I got money. 9 times out of 10, if you hanging out with me, it's because we're on the same level monetarily. You know what I'm saying? You know,
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
Hey, go ahead and finish your point.
You know, like I said, if you hanging out with me, most likely we on the same level monetarily, right? And I don't got to go through that phase. Like, are they hanging out because I got money, or are they hanging out because they really get to know me? You know what I'm saying? Although I don't have, you know, $1 million house, or, you know, a Maybach, or whatever the case may be, I got my brothers, I got my family, you know, and I'm good. We rich. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Ottawa.
You're rich because you're gonna get the kingdom, Ak, if you keep the Most High's law, statutes.
That's right.
That's what our people need to understand. Hey, I'm going to the book of Sirach. Going to the book of Sirach, chapter 6, classic right here, okay? Mm-hmm. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 6, starting at verse 8. For some man is a friend for his own occasion, and will not abide in the day of thy trouble. And there is a friend who, being turned to enmity and strife, will discover thy reproach. Again, some friend is a companion at the table, and will not continue in the day of thy affliction. Okay, I'm going to skip down to verse 12. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee, and will hide himself from thy face. Okay. Hey, that's just like a nigga, man. Okay, you know, brother gets some money. Okay, brother hit the lottery, or, you know, brother got some form of riches. Hey, you got a bunch of friends, brother. Okay, it's time to go to the club. It's time to pop some bottles. Okay, it's time to do all sorts of wickedness with your money. Okay, we. Okay, we they get that they get that slave kicks in. Hey, we rich, boss. You know what I mean? Use the same language. We rich. You know what we doing tonight? You feel me? Okay, but hey, when you low, when you down in the low estate, hey, them jokers out, man. They ain't got no time for you, man. Okay, got no time for you. All right, so we gotta make sure we're being circumspect. Okay, when we're dealing with our friends. I'm gonna read verse 13. Okay, to close it out, it reads, "Separate thyself from thine enemies, and take heed of thy friends." Okay, and okay, one who is using you for your riches, this, that, and the third, that's not your friend. That person becomes your enemy.
Right.
Yielding the floor up.
There's a Proverbs 8 and 11. It says, "For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it." So it don't matter what type of riches that you got, you know what I'm saying? Monetary riches, you know what I mean? The wisdom is greater than that, because rubies are set for like a high price, you know what I'm saying? You find a ruby, you hit the jackpot. Right. But wisdom is greater than that, right? And I also got Ecclesiastes 2 and 18. It says, "Yea, I hated all my labor, which I had taken under the sun, because I should leave it until the man that shall be after me, And who knoweth whether he shall be a wise man or a fool? Yet shall he have rule over all my labor wherein I have labored, and wherein I have shewed myself wise under the sun. This is also vanity. You know, so King Solomon is talking about, he put in a lot of work. He received a lot, and he kind of feels vexed about the money that he's made, because what Adawan was just talking about, the person that's under him could, go to the strip club with it, all the money he worked hard for, you know what I mean?
Right.
And spend it wickedly, you know what I'm saying? And spend it wickedly and do wicked things. Because money is powerful. You could do a lot with money. So, but the real currency that we operate with as Israelites is wisdom. You know.
Come. That's right. That's right. Give me Matthew 6:25. You know, with me working so much, right? Living in the Bay Area, you gotta have 2 jobs and 3 hustles on the side, right? I'm always in fear, and I'm being like transparent with everybody, right? I'm always in deep thought, and I'm always in fear of like not being there for like failing my family. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to look. I don't want my kids to be like, I'm hungry and I can't provide for it. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that why I work so much, because I want to be able to provide for my family and whatnot. But go to Matthew 6:25.
I got it. This is the Matthew 6 and verse 25. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body more than raiment?
Go ahead.
Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? So
what Yahushua is saying is that even the birds, man, they not tripping off what they're gonna eat. They're not tripping if they can be able to get from here to there or A to B, right? The Most High is just gonna make, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that I personally need to work on, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people need to work on it too, is depending on the Most High and not trying to depend on yourself. I need to stop worrying so much because like I said, if the birds ain't worrying, then what I need to worry? Why I need to worry about when my next meal gonna be? Or how is my light bill gonna get paid? And there's times where like I take that hit, like going to the feast days, flying out to Atlanta. Like I take that hit. I take it off work. I don't get PTO. I don't get none of that, right? But almost every time I come back, I get a phone call. Hey, can you come do a video for me? Can you come take these pictures for me? Can you come do this for me? Can you do that? You know what I'm saying? And those are some big number opportunities right there. So I'm able to pay the mortgage, and I'm able to pay my light bill. You know what I'm saying? So I need to work on myself, not relying on myself to try to get stuff done. You know what I mean? That's just something that I personally need to work on. Let's go to Psalm 60. Oh, go ahead.
So, sisters, look at the sister's reply. Your sister, Sion, Yahawada, Israel. She says, my friend from the hood, ex-ball player, Steve Francis. That was a cold brother right there, Steve Francis. Wasted so much money with clout chasing, friends drinking in the hood cookouts. Now he broke. No building or anything to show for it. That's a shame. That's a shame, man.
Yeah, man. I see that happen. My cousin, his name is his basketball name is Ballaholic, and he played for and One. I don't know if y'all remember that, but and One used to tour all around the world, to play street ball. The Rock might be too young for that, but
brother Kyle, man, I know about N1, man.
But yeah, he got picked up by N1 and used to tour all around the world. And when he came back, like, he didn't have no money, man. You know, he didn't have no money, and trying to clout chase, you know, like the sister said. You know, let's get Psalm 62 and 10.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 62 and verse 10. And it reads, trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them.
You know, like I said earlier, you know, we have a stumbling blocks as Jakes or Israel or even the Eves. You know, we sit here and trust in our oppressor. You know, our oppressor says do this, we do it. You know what I'm saying? They tell us, oh, we're gonna pay you this amount of money to play ball. I think we hate it. I get, I don't know, I'm just throwing some numbers out, $1 million a year, $2 million, $5 million, whatever it is. Now I'm gonna go buy my mom a house, my dad a house. You know, my auntie got a Rolls Royce. You know, my sister got a Bentley. You know, we think we made it, man. And this is because our oppressor is saying this is what we're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? And it says, if riches increase, set not your heart upon them. So as we get more, you know, more paid, more, get more money, we slowly drifting away from the Most High, right? And I caught myself doing that, working 2 jobs, having these little hustles on the side. Like I said, that one day I was off, I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want to read. I didn't want to study. I didn't want to do anything. And when people ask me questions, I was talking about this earlier. When people ask me questions about certain things, I don't know, man. That's because I wasn't giving my time into reading and studying, right? You know, even with like our kids and stuff, right? Our kids, we get all this money, you know, we want to do stuff for our kids. Our kids need you know, shoes, or they want shoes, not that they need them, they want shoes, and we want to make sure they look fly, make sure everybody know, you know, they got the latest Jordans, they got the latest, you know, whatever shoes or clothes or whatever the case may be, right? But our kids, we try to oppress. I mean, we try to do for our kids more than we do for the Most High, and I was caught doing that as well. So get me where's that? Isaiah 3 and 12.
So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 12, and it reads, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy thy way of thy paths.
So, like I said, with all the stuff that we doing, and we trying to show the world that we got all this money and we got all this stuff, our kids oppress us. Our kids got a birthday coming up. Let's go. And this was me completely, right? For example, my oldest daughter turned 5 years old. We want to do a Hawaii theme party. So we get the Lays, you know, I don't want to say order, but that's what we end up doing. We end up ordering like a Moana character to come out. We get balloons, we got birthday, you know, my kids are 6 and 8, right? And they born 2 years and 1 day apart. So they was celebrating everything together. I literally probably spent about $2,000 to $3,000 on my kid's birthday, right? I didn't have it, but I wanted to show my kids and show everybody else that we was gonna have a good time. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we can't do. You know, all this ties with what Yahushua said in Mark. We can't lose our soul. Everything we got, we don't want to lose our soul. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Give me go ahead.
I got a precept. Hey, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 10. I'm gonna start at verse 37. All right. Matthew 10 and 37. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
Right.
And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got to understand, man. We got to stop making excuses. Okay. Number one. All right. To sin. Okay. We got to stop making excuses. That's you got a lot of people in the truth. All right. That are still doing this thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, it's about the kids. You know, I don't want to corrupt their minds right now. It's not fair. I got to have fun as a kid. No, you don't understand what you're doing. Okay.
Right.
This is not supposed to be comfortable. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's our problem. And then our children become our oppressors. But if we raise a child in a way in which they should go, they're not going to depart from it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You know, it goes back to what we were talking about last week, you know, with the brother Yaradan and the brother Aharon. Okay. Mm-hmm. The wages of sin, okay, it's death. It's the simplicity of it all. Okay. Hey, the Most High say, do it. You got to do that thing. Okay. There's no bend. There is no bend. Okay. There's no bend. You got to do it. Nobody care about your comfort. Okay. All right. And you not getting a chance to do this, that, and the third. All right. You didn't give a chance to visit this place. You didn't get a chance, okay, to do this as a child. Now you want to live. You want to live your life through your child. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
God.
Do that thing. We was broke. We was broke. We was broke coming up. Okay. And I'm thinking things my kids, okay, that I wasn't able to do. And here I am trying to live my life. Okay. My childhood through my children. You feel me? Okay. That's okay. Y'all better snap up out of it, Israel. Okay. You better snap up out of it. Okay. Most High not playing. Eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun.
Right.
Okay.
That's right.
That's right, man. Go ahead.
Hey, the Most High kill you and your kids.
For real.
Hey, think of it like that, man. The Most High not playing with y'all.
For real. That's right. Go to Matthew 6. Oh, the brother just pulled it up. Matthew 6:19 through 21.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 19. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, whereas moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
Read that again, Salaki. Read that again.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 19. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
You know, with us trying to make all this money, man, we trying to buy houses, trying to buy cars, all that stuff. You can't take it with you. You can't take it with you, you know. And then, you know, living in the hood, you know, wherever you living, you never know. Jake be trying to plot on you. You trying to take your stuff, you know. You and that go back to the curses, you know, Deuteronomy 28:54. You know, it's hatred among your brother. You know, I might have a storefront where they sell, you know, I sell clothes and shoes, you know, high price shoes, high price clothes and stuff like that. The brother seen me doing good. I got a nice car. Now they trying to rob me. You know what I mean? Because I'm doing exactly what Yahushua said. I'm trying to get these treasures here on earth. You know, and we shouldn't be. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna hit that point after this. Read the next verse.
Verse 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through or steal.
When we put the Most High first, and we get that, when we get the kingdom, we ain't got to worry about nobody trying to break into our house or trying to steal something from us or harming us or anything like that. He said shoes be clean. Sorry, I just seen that. Anyway, you know, we ain't got to worry about none of that stuff, man. We need to put the kingdom first. You know, the kingdom is at hand. You know, go ahead, read 21.
Khan. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 21. Oh, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Man, I got a friend who real materialistic, right? Oh, I got this, I got that. Every time I talk to him, I got this, I got that. Well, he's not really a friend, he's more of an acquaintance, right? And I'm like, that's all you talk about, man. Every time we talk, oh, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that, and I'm about to buy this, I'm about to buy that. I see where his heart is, man. His heart is in these treasures. The water, Alicia Fletcher, come out and feast with us, man. Come out and feast with us.
The water.
The water. You know, we see what his heart is, man. And a lot of us, we got to check that. But you know, like, don't get me wrong, right? We can work and enjoy the fruits of our labor, but at the end of the day, like, there has to be a balance. What's the precept? A false balance is an abomination to the Most High.
11:1.
Right. 11:1, right? We gotta have a balance, man. You know, we can work, we can do whatever we're doing, but at the same time, we can't lose focus of what we are heading towards or what we're trying to do. You know, give me Ecclesiastes 5:18.
Salakia. Yeah, so definitely listening to that point the brother just made. You know what I mean? Don't be simple, Israel, and feel like you don't need to provide for your family no more. You know what I'm saying? You're stacking up your riches in heaven. The brother is saying you have to have a balance, but your heart can't be on that money, right? That can't be the ultimate prize for you. So I got this precept, Proverbs 30 and verse 8. It says, remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny thee, and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal, and take the name of my God in vain. So it's all about having that proper balance. And everybody has a different balance as well. You know what I'm saying? Some brothers, the Most High ain't gonna make you rich, because as soon as he do, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna go overboard with the riches that you have, and you're gonna fail to serve him. You know, some brothers, the Most High gave you a certain amount, because if you were poor, you would start to go off. So when you pray to the Most High, don't pray to be rich or poor. You know, pray for him to give you that balance. Pray for him to give you what's sufficient for you and what you need. You know what I'm saying? And he'll give you that balance that you need. I yield.
That's right. Hey, I got a precept too, just to add to what the brother was saying. And let's go to Ecclesiastes. Let's go to Ecclesiastes. A lot of wisdom, okay, in the book of Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and the book of Sirach. Okay. Ecclesiastes chapter 10. All right. Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 19, to brother Yaredon's point. All right. It reads, a feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry, but money answereth all things. Okay. Now, this don't mean, okay, start, having love, okay, for money. All right. Because we know that love of money, okay, is the root of all evil. All right. But it's letting you know that you should have, some form of currency in order to live. Scriptures say in order for you to eat, okay, you know, you're gonna have to doggone earn a wage. Okay,
Mhm.
you gotta work.
Right.
Okay, you gotta earn some money. Okay, so you know, remember, you need money, okay, to survive in this world. All right, but don't allow it to overtake you. You know,
Con.
don't start, you know, the patterns that are thrown out there, all right, and given to us. I'm pretty sure the brother Shaquat's going to go into that here in a minute, but don't start, you know, following these patterns that are given to us to follow to become vain, okay, when it to money. And I'm yielding the floor.
Gone. You know, like I said, man, we can work and enjoy our fruits, but you know, like the other one said, don't get in these patterns to not serve the Most High. You know, at the end of the day, that's what we're supposed to do, right? Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. So get Ecclesiastes 5 and 18.
Time. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, and verse 18. It says, behold, that which I have seen, it is good and comely for one to eat, and to drink, and to enjoy the good of his labor, that he taketh under the sun all the days of his life, which God giveth him, for it is his portion.
So again, coming back to me, right? Even though I work so much and don't the Most High has given me these jobs and these side hustles, right? But I also need to give my time to him. You know, he's given me this so I can enjoy my life, but there has to be a balance. You know, if there's no balance, then it's an abomination, and that's, like I said, that's something I need to work on personally. And I'm sure if I need to do it, I'm sure a bunch of other people out here need to do it. You know, give me Psalms 10 and 3.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 10 and verse 3. It says, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and bless the covetous, and whom Yahweh abhorreth. Whom Yahweh abhorreth. Salakia.
You know, like I was saying earlier, these people that be on Facebook, be on social media, their hearts is not in the right place. You know, they sitting here boasting and, oh, I got all this money, I got the Gucci belt. Yo, I seen something not too long ago. I say about a year ago. These high school kids, and of course it was Jake. He tucked in his gown for his graduation, just so people can see his Gucci belt. And I said, "Dang, this is crazy, man. This is crazy." You know, when we see stuff like that, we see where the heart is. You know, it says, and they blesses the covetous, right? You know, they bless these people that are greedy, that they don't want to serve the Most High. They bless these people who want to have what they have. You know, for example, you got some rappers, or maybe not even rappers, just people in general, that will go out and give out turkeys. But when they go out and give out these turkeys or whatever, or food or whatever, they got the camera out there, so everybody they pull up in they Rolls Royce or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now these people that they giving food to, they looking at this rapper or whoever it may be, and they're like, oh man, I want that. Thank you for giving me this food. They're not giving praise to the Most High. They're not saying, thank the Most High for having you come and give me this food. I need this food today. You know what I'm saying? Then it say, whom the Lord abhorreth. The Most High hates them type of people. You know what I mean? Those type of people that give food but don't give it in honor of the Most High. You get what I'm saying? And that's it shouldn't be that way. When we go out, or as when people go out, they don't need cameras, they don't need all this other stuff. They go out and say, I'm blessed. The Most High blessed me to give you this food. The Most High made me, gave me all this money to give you this food. They're not doing that. They basically taking the glory away from the Most High, and we all know in Isaiah, what is it, 42 and I think it's 8, where it says the Most High don't give His glory to anybody. And that's what's happening when stuff like that happens. Go to Proverbs 16 and 5.
And it's lucky. It says the wicked. It says they boast. The wicked man boasts the desires of his heart. And we go back to the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 19. We read, right, I think it's verse 21, where it says, where your heart is, that's where your desire is. So your heart is over here in the world, right? That's what you boasting yourself of, right? The world and the wickedness of this society, like you were going into, going out feeding the homeless and putting it on social media, right? Flexing your Gucci belts and your iced out Rolexes and things in that nature, and what? That's storing your treasures in heaven, because that's what you want to see glory in. The brothers on the highways and byways, they're storing up their treasures in heaven, because we putting glory into the Most High God's name and waking up our people in the name of the Most High through His Son. So you see the difference. They're boasting and putting money and things in that nature and the glory thereof on a pedestal. We're putting the Most High on the pedestal. So you're seeing the distinction between the two, right? And like the brothers went into, we're not saying that money is not necessary or you're wicked if you having money in a society, because what? Way in the scriptures it tell you that money is a defense, right? It tell you, in Genesis, the Most High told Adam that he's gonna have to work. Everything he gets gonna be from the sweat of his brow.
Right, brother.
We had rich brothers in all parts of our lives, man.
Right.
David was a rich man. Solomon was a rich man. Those are our forefathers. Are they wicked because they're rich?
Right.
No, the Most High blessed them with riches, because what did they do? They stored up their heart was with the Most High. Let me say it like that. They were steadfast on the path that the Most High gave them. And then what did the Most High God do? Like it tell you with Jubilees, man. Like what I don't want y'all was going into. You trusted in the Most High, what He gonna increase you.
Right.
And that's why that law is important, man. I'm gonna yield on that.
Salakia.
Hey, go ahead, Yaradan.
Yeah, I just got a precept for what the brother was bringing out about, the people that bring turkeys for Thanksgiving and then you don't see them ever again. When they bring like 800 cameras, you know what I'm saying? This is the book of Matthew 6 and verse 1. Take heed that ye do not your alms before men to be seen of them. Otherwise, you have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. You know what I'm saying? The people that do that, they have their reward among men. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High ain't looking at that. You know what I'm saying? That's not giving Him any delight.
Hey, I'm gonna add to these brothers' point. Okay. Hey, let's get Matthew chapter 19. All right, let's get Matthew chapter 19 and let's start at verse 27. All right, Matthew 19 and 27.
God.
Hey, read that. Somebody read that.
I got it. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19 and verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory. He shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right. Okay. So when we come into this truth, all right, you are required to give up your old ways. Okay. All right. You're required to give up, all right, what you thought was your livelihood. Okay, that's what you're required to give up. You're required to give up the philosophies and the doctrines of this world. You're required to give up chasing that bag. Okay, not feeding your family. All right, y'all not getting ready to get us on that, desk office. Okay, we're gonna provide, all right, for our families. Okay, we're gonna make sure that we can eat. We're gonna make sure our nation is straight. Okay, but we're gonna stop, okay, pursuing the riches of this world. Okay, and that's what the disciples did. The disciples gave up everything. I know a brother. I'm not gonna put his name out there. I was telling this story to somebody the other day. I know a brother. He's in Sakari. I'm gonna put it out there like that. Okay, I know a brother. Okay, who gave up everything, man. The brother was a rich man, man. The brother was a rich man. Okay, he gave up everything. Okay, the riches. Okay, the brother was married to he had a heathen wife. All right. He explained to his heathen wife, listen here, you know, I'm pretty sure he did it tactful. Okay, but hey, I can't deal with you no more. Okay, you know, hey, you gonna lead me astray. Okay, that brother gave up everything. All right, he also gave up the comforts of his life. All right, and the Most High has blessed this brother abundantly. Okay, I'm telling y'all, man, the Most High has blessed him abundantly. There was times when the brother didn't, you know, have much work. Okay, I was talking to the brother, and the Most High would just, you know, bless him with a check from his businesses from the past. You know what I mean? Because you know he has things stored. I'm not gonna put his business out there like that. But when you leave the Most High, Shalakia, when you leave, all right, the rudiments and the doctrines and the philosophies of this world, okay, and you enter into a covenant with the Most High power, he is going to bless you abundantly. Okay, and we got to follow the steps of our forefathers, the disciples. We got to follow the footsteps, you know, of the prophets. We got to follow the footsteps of the Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Okay, and we have to follow Yahweh, our power. Okay, because just like the brother was bringing out, the goal is to get the kingdom. There's nothing going to be greater than the brother was bringing out. Don't nobody give a damn about no Maybach. You can have your doggone your doggone you know, Cuban link. You know, you can have your diamonds. All right, you can have all of that carnal stuff, but when the end comes, okay, and the kingdom of heaven is established, that's where you want to be sitting. Okay, you want a crown. You want to hear these words: "Well done, my faithful servant." Okay, that's where this.
Oh, God.
That's what. God. You know, it ain't about chasing that bag here. All right, you know, I'm yielding the floor.
God.
So lock it. I apologize, Shaquan. But hey, the elder brought out Matthew 19 and went over to 20, right? We can go over to Matthew chapter 19 and verse 16. It says, "Behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life?" He said unto him, "Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, and that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments." And he said unto him, which? Salakia. I'm a skip on down. Right? I'm gonna skip on down to 20. Salakia. It says, "The young man said unto him, All these things have I kept from my youth up. What lack I yet?" Talking about the law. He's been doing the law since his youth up, right? Let's see what Yahweh Shai tells the young man to do. And Yahweh Shai said unto him, "If thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasures in heaven, and come and follow me." It could have been another mighty disciple right here, right? Storing up his treasures in heaven and pushing the word of the Most High, right? But let's see the choice that he made, because the Most High told him, "Sell your riches and give it to the poor, and give them to the poor." Right? Give it to the. That's it. Hey, the Most High gave you that. And what you doing, you giving it back in return. You're like, you giving it back, yo. And you blessing other people. And then you storing up riches in heaven at the same time. Right? Hey, at the end of the day, he could have been as those the 12 disciples that Yahushua said that they will judge the 12 tribes of Israel. He could have been that. He could have been with them. But let's see what the young man chose. Verse 22. It says, but when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. So he let those great possessions, right? Hey, it wasn't Yahushua to tell him, hey, it's a sin that you have those great possessions. But he gave the young man, he said, what lack I? And he told the young man, hey man, sell your riches. And he was looking at the young man. The young man was sorrowful. He walked away because he had a lot of possessions. He let those riches and get in front of his relationship with the Most High God. Therefore, storing his riches up for it. Therefore, storing his riches on earth. Right?
That's
and I have another precept. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2.
Hey, there's a lot of people going through what you're talking about right now. There's a lot of people going through that situation as we near the end. Okay, a lot of the times we look at Jacob's trouble, because we Bible nerds, man. We Bible nerds. Okay. But a lot of times we'll forget about this, the simple things like this right here. We were talking the other day about, the rappers, you know what I'm saying? And the examples that they set. You remember that there, Shaquat? You know what I mean? And get lost in that, But what Dirac was just talking about, okay, the story about the young man, okay, who, Yahushua told to sell his riches, and follow me. A lot of people, okay, are going to have an issue with that. That's the same thing as remembering Lot's wife. It's the same thing. They're looking back. Okay, you're looking back at what this kingdom has to offer, okay, and you want to live it up, all right, in these last days, okay, and I'm telling you, you're going to be stubble right along with Esau, right? If you keep reality, do not fall away from this truth, okay? Satan will, the Most High, give you a strong delusion. Okay, it give you a strong delusion, all right, and make Satan transform into an angel of light. Okay, it transform into an angel of light. Okay, and make things seem a certain way. All right, and there you go. You're cleaving, okay, to money. All right, and death is at your doorstep. Okay, we got to come up out of that, man. Okay, it's too easy for Satan to pride. What did the scripture say? What did the scripture say? All right, that it's going to get so bad, okay, and these demons are going to be so deceiving that even the very elect, if it be possible, the very elect may be deceived. Now that's saying something, right? It's not possible for the elect to be deceived, right? Okay. But that spirit is going to be so strong, all right, that a lot of brothers and sisters are going to fall away. Okay, we got to wake up, man. Okay, it ain't over yet. It's not over yet. All right, we still in the race. All right, we literally just started. I was talking to somebody. Hey, Shaquat, give me a minute. Hey, I was talking to somebody. You know what I mean? Recently, bro. Talking to somebody about how we always say, hey, the Most High gonna crack that sky, and he gonna confound our enemies, man. He's gonna come out here chopping people's heads off, this, that, and the third, right? Okay, but things have to happen before that takes place. All right, that's why we're identified as watchmen. Okay, we're identified as watchmen because we're looking for the signs. Jacob trouble has to come. It has to come about. We're not. We may be in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble, but we're not in Jacob's trouble right now. Okay, the scriptures tell us in detail that there's going to be a time like no other. Until I see a time worse than when my forefathers was getting their doggone backs cracked in, okay, with whips, okay, and master was spitting in his face, okay. Hey, I don't want to hear it until I see a time worse than our children being fed, okay, to alligators, okay. Hey, we ain't in that time yet. Until I see a time worse than the doggone race riots, okay. All right, you guys feel where I'm coming from? Like that time is coming, okay. It's coming, but we gotta remain wild, and we gotta get ready for that day, and we gotta start first within ourselves. Okay. All right. You have to examine yourself first. All right. Leave the philosophies, the doctrines of this world alone. Okay. Work out your own salvation with Yahweh, Bahashem Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Okay. All right. Let's feed the people, wake up the elect, and get the hell up out of here. Okay. All that other stuff. Hey, that stuff can damn wait until we get in the kingdom. It's gonna be a more glorious time anyway. All right. Hey, I'm yielding the floor. I talk too much.
The scriptures tell you that the friendship of the world is enmity with God, and that's what that's getting into right there. People befriending the world and storing up their riches therein, and what they're gonna be destroyed by the Most High God, because Hebrews 10:31 tell us what? Hey, it's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the Most High Power, man. Hey, it's crazy. And I'm gonna end with this precept right here. Sirach chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, "Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?" So your needs are going to be what? Provided by the Most High if you just trust him. If you see, Joseph was trusted the Most High, and where he was set on high in Egypt. You know, our forefathers trusted in the Most High, and what? Wisdom was given to them, knowledge and understanding, and therewith came riches and glory, women and things of that nature. But what? They seek first the kingdom of God and all of his righteousness.
God. Man, there's a lot of wisdom going on, man. Let's move on. Let's go to Haggai, chapter 1, verse 5 and 6.
It's the book of Haggai, chapter 1 and verse 6. It says,
verse 5. Start at 5.
Haggai 1 and 5. "And now therefore, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, consider your ways. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes."
Man, when I read this, this hit home, man. This hit home. Let's start at verse 5, right? It say, the Most High is telling us, man, we got to consider our ways, man. Especially, when we out here trying to get this bag, we got to consider what we doing, Verse 6, it say, ye have sown much and bring in little. We work so much, man, and we don't bring in enough money. We get taxed for everything. I made X amount of dollars on this check, but they took out $1,000. I don't even know what to say to that. Like, what? You sit here and took $1,000 of my hard-earned money. You know what I'm saying? That $1,000 could have went and bought groceries for the next 2 months. It said ye eat, but ye have not enough. We got brothers out here, Jake mainly. We so busy. They're so busy flossing what they got, and they barely got enough food at home in the fridge. Living with their mama. Talk about, mama, what we got to eat? You open the refrigerator, you got some mayonnaise, some ketchup, maybe some mustard. The refrigerator empty, man. You know what I'm saying? And a piece of bologna. You know what I'm saying? Jake.
And that nigga, hey, that nigga clean as hell though. Hey, that nigga clean.
Oh man. He got the latest Jordans on.
He got them Yeezys on. He got the Yeezys on.
You know, that's real talk, man. You know, we always flossing about what we got and this and that. You know, to say ye drink, but you're not filled with drinks. You know, you going out every weekend. You got all this money going out every weekend, partying and buying all these drinks. You buy so much drinks, or you drink so much, you don't even get drunk no more, or you don't get no buzz no more. You know what I'm saying? You just out there showing people I got money. I can buy a bottle of whatever, Ace of Spades, I forget what it's called, Dolce or whatever, I don't know. But a bottle of Henny or something, I can spend $600-700 on a bottle for my table. That's all you're doing is clout chasing. You know, it said you clothe you, but there is none warm. You got all these clothes. You don't need all these clothes. You got a closet full of clothes. You can barely scoot the hanger in the closet because you got so many clothes. For what? For no damn reason. You know, and going back to me, I was like that. And then it came to a point I'm just like, yo, what am I doing all this for? And this was like before I came into the truth, you know, and go ahead, Ottawa.
Boy, and the man, hey, look at the man's comment.
Let me say, laying his clothes out on the bed, talking about That's right.
Hey, quiet. I got a quick preset. For that one right there. This
Go
is
ahead.
Sirach 11 and verse 4. Boast not of thy clothing and raiment, and exalt not thyself in the day of honor, for the works of the Lord are wonderful, and his works among men are hidden. Hey, brothers be doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hurt them tonight. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's the spiritual clothing that we need to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Putting on the white robes. I yield.
That's
right. You know, I used to always say that, right? What the brother Araya said on the first day of school. You know, you go get your outfit, you lay it on the bed. Oh, I'm about to kill him tomorrow. Oh, I'm about to kill him. That's funny, man. That's funny. But and then it say, and he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. Man, my money spent before it even get to my account. I got HOA. I ain't gonna tell you how much that is. I got HOA. I got a mortgage. You know, I pay the light bill, the water bill, the garbage bill. All this stuff come out before the money hit my account. You know, this is what the Most High is telling us, man, that we gotta watch what we doing. Consider our ways, you know. But we gotta think though, like why does that happen? Why are we always living? Most of us is one check away from being homeless.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? One check away. Half of Jake ain't got $1,000 saved.
Come on.
You know, one check away, man. But like I said, why we go through this, man? So let's get Deuteronomy 28, verse 43 and 44.
Fine. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 33. And it
43.
reads
43.
Kai, I meant 43. Salakia. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Man, this right here, it hit. You know, I live in a neighborhood. It's probably 99% Edomites. I live in my condo building. I'm the only brother in this condo building. every time I see somebody, they always giving me that stink eye.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, neighbors ain't like what they used to be back in the day. They don't speak, they don't come by, they don't say, oh, you know, welcome new neighbors, none of that, right? So every time I see somebody, I've been here for almost 10 years in my condo, and it's new people coming in here all the time, and they see me, like I said, they give me that stink eye. You know, the people that are oppressors, they are above us. We on the low, we on the bottom end. They the head, we the tail. You know, so that's why we got to go work for Esau. We got to pay Esau the water bill. We got to pay Esau for the mortgage, the banks. We ain't lending no money to nobody. We getting all the money lent to us. They got you. Now they got you on special deals like your cell phone bill. Oh, if you put it on automatic payment, you get an extra $10 off or something like that. So they gonna take your money. Like I said, my money is gone before it even hit my bank account. You know what I'm saying? Go to Deuteronomy 28 and 48.
Okay. It's the book of Deuteronomy.
I got it up. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
Everything that we do, man, we got to go to them to go get it. This is why we are on the bottom, because we broke the Most High's commandments, right? We know this. Right. We bring this out every week at camp or somewhere. Some of us bring them out everywhere we go. We always bring the curses out, right? But we on the bottom because we're not following what the Most High is telling us to do. We're not listening, right? So because we're not listening, we gotta go to our enemies, either whether it's Chinese people, the white people, the Arabs. They got a store every corner in the hood. You know, the Chinese people got all the hair salon or the hair places where you buy the wigs and stuff. You know, you got the Vietnamese people that's talking crazy to you because they're doing your nails. The girls, you know, we got to go to them for everything.
That's right.
You know, and like I said, this is why you got a bank account and it got holes in it. You know, go to the link. Go ahead.
I want to continue reading on this, okay? And watch this. It says Deuteronomy 28, finishing up on verse 48. All right. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Okay. See, our people think because we not literally walking around here in chains, all right, and we don't have that yoke of iron around our neck, that we're free. Okay. Just like the brother Shaquat said, he's sitting in a condo. Okay, he's in a condo with a bunch of doggone heathens, right? All right. That's just letting you know that these curses are still upon us. This kingdom is not going to be comfortable. Somebody get Ezekiel 35:5. It's comfortable. Okay. These doggone heathen are going to tread on our necks. Okay. Until the Hamashiach Yahweh gets back here by order of Yahweh. Okay. Get Ezekiel 35:5.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35 and verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
That's
therefore,
right. Read out.
Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. That's what I
right.
make.
That blood is going to come by way of that sword, okay, that was gifted to Esau in the book of Genesis, chapter 27. Okay. All right. It's not going to be comfortable. All right. He took the yoke of iron off of our neck because we are in a daze. Okay. They force fed us Christianity. Okay. And anything else that they wanted us to do. All right. They made us fear them with the sting of the lash. There was nothing we can do. The Most High told us this was going to happen in the book of Genesis, chapter 28 and verse 48. He told us this was going to happen. Okay. And we are going to go through it, and we're still going to go through it until the end. It's not over. All right. You trying to enjoy Esau's kingdom. This ain't your damn kingdom. All right. Per 2nd Esdras chapter 6 and verse 9. This is not your damn kingdom. Okay. Set your heart toward the kingdom of heaven. Israel. That's what we need to be setting our damn heart on. This kingdom is not ours, man. It's okay to enjoy your family, man. It's okay to let your damn hair down every once in a while. But don't put your faith in this damn place. Okay?
That's right.
And start becoming doggone Gentiles again. You're a damn Israelite. Okay? So act like one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm yielding the floor.
Come on. You know, the sister said, we got to pay to visit beaches. That's cold. That's messed up right there. Man. Let's get Galatians 5, 16 and 17.
Bring it out.
Galatians. Go ahead.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 5 and verse 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary. The one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
Con. So, you know, like I said, I'm being transparent so y'all can understand, you know, my process and all this, dealing with work, with money and working so much. And so, you know, and also you guys can relate. You know, with me working so much, you know, I gotta make a decision on, you know, if I'm gonna continue being tired, you know, really if I'm going to have to pull back a few days to start reading more my Bible more, you know, I'm not studying, you know, etc. Right? Or am I gonna get back in the spirit and, you know, not worry about like I said earlier, not worry about, you know, if the bills are gonna be paid, because the Most High is gonna take care of everything I need. You know, like I said, I'm pretty sure some of y'all can relate to that. It's a decision that has to be made, and I just have to work on that on my own. You know what I'm saying? Pray, fast, and work on it. You know, get James 4 and 4.
This is the book of James, chapter 4 and verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that friendship with the world is enmity with God? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God.
We know if you were enemy of the Most High, man, he ain't dealing with you whatsoever. So Israel, man, I'm pleading with you. I'm begging with you. And when I say Israel, I'm talking about myself too. We gotta make sure when we go out and make plans and want to provide for our family and want to create generational wealth, we gotta do it and have a balance. Do what the Most High is telling us to do. Go out there, preach the word. Go out there and keep the commandments. You know, raise your kids right. You know, raise your kids in his word, and you can still work and make your money, but we got to have a balance, you know. This is my last precept. Go to Psalm 128 and 2.
Hey, Salakia, I have a precept real fast for being an enemy of God. Well, it's the book of Luke, chapter 19 and verse 27. Let's see how Yahweh Shah feels about the enemies of his father. He said, "And those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring them hither, and slay them before my feet, before me, man." You people that's an enemy of the Most High God, man, you an enemy of His Son too. And when He said, "Bring you to His feet so He can slay you," man, that's what happens to the enemies of God.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
So yeah, I got one more precept, man, and let's get Psalm 128 and 2.
This is the book of Psalm, chapter 128 and verse 2. For thou shalt eat the labor of thine hands. Happy shalt thou be, and it shall be well with thee.
So again, we can don't although I'm sitting here talking about we don't need to be working and so much and this and that, right? But we can also work to be able to take care of our family. Work to where we're comfortable, not to where we need exceeded more than we need. Don't get me wrong. If you make enough money and you comfortable, or you make more than you need, put some money away. You ain't got to spend all of it. You ain't got to go flossing it on Instagram and whatever else. You ain't got to go sit here and buy a $80,000 Hellcat. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to go spend $100,000 on to get a Tesla. Get you one of them 1992 Honda Accords. You know what I'm
saying? That thing lasts forever.
I know, man. 300, 400,000 miles, man. You ain't got to do that, man. So the moral of the story is this, man. Don't let money control who you are. Don't let money help you lose your soul. Don't let money make you forget who provided everything for you, and where it's coming from. So I'm Shaquat, man. I hope y'all learned something, man. I hope y'all was edified. Shalom. Anybody got anybody got any questions?
That was a great lesson.
Thank you.
High God.
Hey, the brother got a precept. I don't know why the brother just didn't put it in the chat, but he's sending me a text. Let me see what this brother talking about.
He takes too, but he should have just sent the message. He should have just sent the precept. He sent the whole thing.
So
he said, go to Ezekiel 7 and 19.
God.
And hold Mark 4 and 19. Ezekiel 7 and 19 and Mark 4 and 19.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7. So like it.
Now go ahead,
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7 and verse 19. It says, They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of Yahweh. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowls, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity. Kind.
Man. Break that down.
In the day of the Lord's fierce vengeance, you won't be able to bring out your gold and your silver, your iced out APs, your Cuban link, your $100,000s and $500,000. You won't be able to bring that out to deliver you out of that day, man. Hey, brothers' bodies is gonna be piled up on the street. You think money's gonna profit you anything when you were sinning against the Most High God, when you were transgressing the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, and you think $1 is gonna help you in that day? No, brother. what's going to help you is keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, because the wages of sin is death, and sin is transgressing the Most High God. So you got a decision to make. Stop trusting in those riches that will not profit you in the day of wrath, like we read in the book of Proverbs, right? And start trusting in the Most High's way that He set for you, to not turn to the left or the right, and go straight to the kingdom, man. Because broad is the way that leads into destruction, right? And then it even tells you in the latter half of the verse, man, because it's a stumbling block of your iniquity, man. It's one of the root stumbling blocks of your iniquity, man. Right? Your love for money causes you to do what you want. You got it. Not what you want to do. You want to flaunt it, right? You want to flaunt that cash. How you flaunting the cash? You go into the strip club. You know, you go into the club, period. You buying bottles, buying the Hennessy, this, that, and the third. And what you want to stand on the tables and show everybody how you got it, man. Flaunting in that wickedness, right? You want the girls, so that's why you flaunting even harder. And what you going off all the way, man.
God.
You was going all the way off. Why? Because you wanna be out there and you want to flaunt your cash and your riches, man. That you would even got if it wasn't for the Most High God. The Most High God gave you that money, man.
That's right.
Hey, if it was for the Most High God, man, the Most High God has the power to do what? Cut off all of this money right here. Most High God can he could put this damn wrath into action right now. Your trust fund, your cash, your savings won't be able to help you, man. Like we were going into, man. And I yield.
God. Hey, man, that is so funny, man. Araya.
And going on.
Yo, I've actually seen that, man. Dude's in here buying, they got the bottles and stuff. And his knuckles look like gorilla knuckles, man. All the ash here. Like he a silverback or something, man.
Hey,
That's funny. Oh, man. That's funny.
I think it's a joke. Hey, a brother, I think it was a brother. Hey, somebody asked how to donate money. Okay, hey, you can donate money on this platform. Okay, if you look down at the bottom at the chat, you'll see a $sign. Okay, you click that $sign and it'll give you options. All right, you'll be sending money straight to our Cash App when you do that. Okay, the best way to send us money is to, either donate it, through PayPal. Okay, or directly through the Cash App, because YouTube's going to take a certain percentage, okay, off the top of the donations that are given here. Okay, we don't mind that, but I'm just letting you know, your donation will come in, in more of abundance if you send it directly to our Cash App or our PayPal. Okay. There you go. Hey, right now, he's got the Cash App there. Brother Soldier Secure, the water up.
Haran had one more, didn't he? Was it Mark 4:19? Was that it?
Yeah, Khan.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and read that. It says, this is Mark 4:19, and the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches and the lust of other things entering in choke the word, and it becometh unfruitful. It can be easy to get caught up with the things of this world. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to money, because a lot of us in Israel, we wasn't raised with money. You know what I'm saying? So we get a little bit of it and we don't know how to act. It goes straight to our head. We see our celebrities do it. We see our businessmen do it. You know what I mean? And if you put it first, you know what I'm saying? Like the brother was bringing out in this lesson, like it can take your spirit, it can take your soul, it could take your love of the Most High. You know what I mean? So even you can get your money, but the number one thing has to be Yahweh.
Hey, Shalakia, hey, so I'm looking at the brother Octaves. Brother Octaves, he put down money, root of evil can't save you in that day. Remember this, okay? The love of money is the root of all evil. There's nothing wrong with, having money, but you got to have that balance, like the brother Shaquat was bringing out. You got to have that balance. Okay, and that balance is tilting to the right side. Okay, it's tilting to the right side because we got to love the Father, all right, more than we love mammon. Okay, which stands for money.
Con.
That's 1 Timothy 6:10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. We love money so much. These brothers that do anything for money.
Con.
They'll make up fake Schedule C's to get this PPP loan.
Right. I know a lot of brothers, man.
Hey, they're getting caught now.
Yeah.
They're
getting caught. Yeah. God. But man, I hope people was edified. I hope some people needed to hear this lesson. Like I said, it's this lesson was something I was going through, and some of the stuff I definitely need to work on. So if I needed to work on it, I'm pretty sure somebody out there needed to work on it as well. And hope y'all was edified. And yeah, man, I'm gonna try to come back on some more Tuesdays. And all praises last Sunday. So Sunday was my last day. I work at the I do armed security at the cannabis spot, right? So that's where I work, man. That's my job, man.
Hey, what is this? Hey, we changing this to Confession Tuesdays, y'all, right now?
It looks like it. Hey, this brother standing naked. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm just saying that's where I work, man. That's where I work. And Sunday, the company I worked for, they lost their contract. So my second job, I got to pick up some more hours from there. But long story short is, I'm going to try to come back and do some more lessons on these Tuesdays. I got a little more free time. I can go study now. I can read more. I can do what I need to do.
All praises.
So that's why I brought that up.
That's in there, Shaquat.
Hey, and with that, we like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai. That's all praise to the Most High God in the name of His only begotten Son. With the sons of thunder Israelites, it's our prayer and heart's desire for Israel that they might be saved. Shalom, people.
Shalom. Make sure y'all tune in Thursday Night Thunder.
That's right.
That's Mondays. All right. And the Shabbat class on Friday. And check us out at Live Camp. All right. Live Camp. Hey, we've been starting early. We've been starting camp live early. The brother's been out there like 9-10 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so tune in there, Israel, for your Shabbat meal. All right, tune in for your Shabbat. Hey, we're done. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, Israel.